Hey, beautiful people. Okay, I'm reading a novel. If you can hear me, let's say sometimes the honor, every scar, every lesson, and every tear, I learned to protect my peace like my life depended on it. I learned that not everyone deserves access to me. And more than anything, I learned that healing isn't just erasing the pain, it's about learning to carry it differently and prouder. If standing in your own rubble right now, I want you to know that it is not where your story ends. This is where your new beginning is being written. Even if right now it feels like ending, finding my voice. There is a silence that comes after betrayal, a silence so loud it drowns out. There is a silence that comes after betrayal. It's a silence so loud it drowns out your own thoughts. That where I found myself muted, small invisible, small invisible. Even to myself, I was searching for me again. For so long, I had my identity tied to other people's approval, their love, their validation, their acceptance. I thought those things made me whole. So people I trusted the most broke me. It felt they took piece of me with them. But somewhere in the middle of the silence, somewhere between the tears and sleepless nights, a tiny voice started whispering inside me. A voice I hadn't listened to in a very long time. You are still here. You are still enough. At first, it was faint, shaky, and unsure. But day by day, as I honored my truth and gave my possession to feel everything, the anger, the sadness, the disappointment that grew stronger. I realized that I didn't have to be who others wanted me to be. I didn't have to shrink myself to make anyone comfortable. I didn't have to prove my worth to anyone. My voice, my truth was valid simply because it's mine, and because finding my voice didn't happen overnight. It came from quiet choices, saying no to guilt, speaking up for my need, choosing peace even when it meant walking away, giving myself permission to dream again, to love again, to live again, but this time on my own terms. If you are reading this and you feel like you've lost your voice, I want you to know that there is not gone. It's still inside you, waiting patiently for you to remember it, waiting for you to trust it again. You don't have to shout, you don't have to force it. Just begin, one word, one whisper, one brave decision at a time. You are allowed to take up space. You are allowed to be heard. And most importantly, you are allowed to fully be loud unapologetically. The becoming growth through the pain. There is a moment in every healing journey when the pain doesn't fully disappear, but it begins to shape you differently. It's softening the edge you used to sharpen to protect yourself. It opens up crack where light finally entered. That is the moment where your beginning begins. Not because you are perfect, but because you are no longer pretending you are not hurting. I didn't just wake up one day and healed. What happened instead was quieter. I started noticing I was no longer crying every morning, that I could laugh genuinely, laugh without guilt, that I could walk past certain memories and not crumble. Healing did not roar in like a wave, it crept like a sunrise, slowly, gently on its own time. The chapter of my life was filled with uncomfortable growths, the kind that forces you to confront who you were and choose intentionally who you are becoming. I realized that I spent so much of my life surviving that I forget how I simply lived. I was always fighting, always bracing for the next heartbreak, but becoming requires surrender. It requires softness. It asks me to stop gripping pain like a lifestyle, but instead like it become a teacher. I started to appreciate my pain, not the kind that pretends nothing hurts, but the kind that admits that when it does and still chooses to rise again. I forgave myself for the decision I made when I didn't know better. I gave myself permission to grow beyond the version of me that was born out of survival. Becoming instead of being perfect, it's about being honest. You are willingly to walk through the discomforts, you come out of those other sides softer and more you ever have been. Healing isn't just about picking up your pieces and moving on. Sometimes it is stopping in your own track, turning around and facing everything you've tried to ignore, especially the parts of yourself that you are not proud of. This chapter of my life isn't just a journey, it isn't loud. It was full of heartbreaks, breakthrough, and bold win. It was still comforting. It was me sitting in front of my own reflection and no longer looking away. For the longest time, I carried shame I couldn't name, buried emotion I didn't have the courage to feel. I blame others for the pain. Livy Legend, how are you? Welcome in. I blame others for the pain I hadn't fully taken responsibility for. But standing in front of the mirror spiritually, emotionally, mentally, I had to ask myself the hardest question. Who have I become in the midst of this pain? And the truth hurts. I saw the girl who had let the boundaries be crossed because she was afraid of losing people. The girl who smiled to hide cracks. The girl who turned her own pain inward because she didn't want to be burdened. The girl who forgot her own worth in the process of trying to be enough for everyone. But I saw strength, the kind that doesn't scream but says. I saw resilience, the kind that builds in silence. I saw a woman who was who was finally tired of pretending and braced to face change. Facing yourself is one of the hardest parts of healing. It means no longer pointing fingers, no longer hiding behind the past, and no longer seeking validation from people who didn't see you. It means being radically honest and not punished by those to set free. In the mirror, I forgave myself for staying too long, for trusting the wrong people, for abandoning myself. I didn't just want to survive anymore. I want to be healed fully, truthfully, deeply, because real healing doesn't happen without honesty. If you are afraid to face the truth, let this chapter remind you that the mirror doesn't break you. It shows you where to begin to heal again. There was nights I didn't think I would survive. There was nights I lay curled up, shaking from the pain only I could feel, pain I couldn't explain, pain I couldn't share. I would close my eyes and wonder if disappearing would be easier than continuing to pretend I was okay. But somehow I kept waking up. Somehow I kept breathing. And in the breath, even when it was shaky and small, I found the proof that I was still here. I didn't just survive, I transformed. I shed layers of which I thought I had to be. The girl who always smiled even when she was shattering. The girl who showed up for everyone even when no one showed up for her. The girl who swallowed her pain because she was scared of being too much. She's gone now. In her place stand a woman who has bled, healed, and rebuilt piece by piece perfectly but powerfully. A woman who knows the strength isn't loud, sometimes crying and still showing up. Sometimes it's saying, I need help and not feeling ashamed. I have learned that healing doesn't always come with closure. Sometimes the apology never comes. Sometimes the people who hurt you sleep peacefully at night while you are left picking up your pieces. But I stopped waiting for them to make it right. I forgave myself for not knowing better. What's the bad news? What do you mean by bad news? Hmm? Hi, City. City, you still here? Welcome in. So, the poorest country in Africa. What is the poorest country in Africa? What do you mean by the poorest country in Africa? Do you know my country? Eh? Do you know my country? City Quira. Welcome in. Have to. What do you mean by the poorest country in Africa? And which country are you from? I forgave myself for not knowing better. I honored version of me that kept going. Hi, Angel Stitch. Angel Stitch, how are you? Thank you. Thank you, City. Thank you, City. You are from Algeria. Is Algeria the poorest country in Africa, you mean? Angel Stitch. Are you a fashion designer? You sew clothes. Why do you have Stitch attached to your name? I like your name. Oh, thank you. Yes, you're from Algeria. Algeria, I don't think Algeria is the poorest country in the world. No, in Africa. I don't think so. Why do you say so? Why do you say that Algeria is the poorest country? I was even thinking that you were referring to my country. Oh, you're from Malaysia. Malaysia. Oh, in this country, everybody wants to visit Malaysia. In my own country, everybody love Malaysia. I watch it. You watch it? Wow. And here I'm thinking is something like Nigeria and others. Thank you. Thank you very much. It's real. Wow. I never knew that. Now I know. Angel Stitch, where are you streaming from? Where are you joining me from? Hey guys, please double tap on your screen to like this video. Angel, please double tap on your screens. Angel, are you still here? Double tap on your screen. And Doombase, my sister from Algeria. My mom has 2 houses because she used to have $2,000. Whoa, your mom has 2 houses. Your mom is a big boss lady. Your mom is a boss lady. My regards to her. City, please help me to double tap on this screen to like the video. Double tap like this. Bam, bam. Yeah. I'm not seeing it. Thank you. Okay, Angel, before you go, please make sure you double tap on your screen. Yes, someone has done that. Thank you very much. Who did that? Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. She works as a manager. Wow. Your mom is really hardworking. Kudos to her. Thank you for liking. Thank you for subscribing, guys. Thank you. Please like this live stream. City, have you liked this live stream? Have you? City, have you done that? Yes, City Kura. City Kura. I love that name. The name is very nice. It's nice. So who can guess the country I'm from? Let me see how well you know me. Which country do you think I'm from? Which country do you think I am from? Let me see how well you know me. I no longer live in survival mode. No, yeah, I know I'm from Africa. Which country in Africa do you think I am from? Africa has a lot of countries. So which one do you think? Yes, it's Africa. Yeah, it's Africa. But which country in Africa? Africa is a continent, right? So which country? I'm asking about a country. Which country do you think I am from? Even with the way I speak, with my accent and everything, which country do you think I'm from? Oh, you forgot. So nobody can guess. You forgot. Why did you forget? So who can guess that, right? No, not Alabama. No, I'm not from Alabama. I'm not from Albania. And I'm not from Albania. No, you didn't get that. No, do I look like Albania? No, I'm not. So which country do you think? Nobody can guess that right. Oh my god. So my fans don't know me. You people are top fans. Look at Angel has number one fan. City has a number two. No, not South Africa. No, 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 no. That is wrong. City Quira, are you here? Can you guess the country? Duma, welcome in. Please make sure to like this video. How are you doing? How are you? How are you, Duma? So nobody can guess. It's Africa. Yeah, it's Africa. It's Africa. I am in Africa. Even with my skin color, you know that it's Africa. Yeah. So which country in Africa do you think I am from? Yeah, I guess. Yeah, you guess right. It's Africa. But which country? Which country in Africa? I'm not talking about the continent. I'm talking about the country. Yeah, okay. What about your sister? What about her? She's what? Why are you keeping me on a suspense? Your sister is what? Your sister is mean to black people. Why? Why is she like that? That is not nice. Why is she mean to black people? Oh, that is not nice. We are all humans, right? Please tell her to not to be mean to black people. Don't be mean to them. Everybody should be loved equally. You are in Greece? Angel. Wow, Greece. I don't know what is wrong with her. I think you should explain better. Has she been like that for a long time? Is your sister, has she been like that? Or something do trigger her? Alright, bye. End justice, bye. Okay, you too, you're a bit black, but she's not mean to you now, right? Is she mean to you? Bye, pretty angel. She's mean to you as well. Is she your younger sister or your older sister? Wow. You're a kid. No, a kid shouldn't be here. No, this life is not meant for kids. It's not meant for kids, right? Very good.